I'm having troubles again. I can't.
Oh man, yeah, Taylor can't open his can once.
Success.
Nicely done.
I have made
Nicely
it. Thanks,
done.
guys.
At first, you don't succeed.
Try and try again.
Go buy another can.
Opener. Can opener.
They'll usually refund your money. Anyway, hi, welcome to Short Film Roundup.
Short Film Roundup.
Short films.
Are we making an announcement about a change in our programming?
Oh, so
Yeah.
there's this cool video that we made. Go watch it.
Okay, we're doing it on a separate video.
Yeah.
Just checking.
We do have more of an update, but that'll be in another video, and you can go check it out if you like our stuff.
So, welcome to Short Film Roundup, the show where we review your short films submitted by you, the filmmaking community.
Do you want to throw out a disclaimer real quick?
Ooh, the disclaimer. On Short Film Roundup, we are, well, brutally honest when it comes to reviewing the short films that we watch. We have seen many short films that were absolutely fantastic. We have seen many short films that were train wrecks. And we have learned from every single one, and our viewers and filmmakers alike have all learned as well. And that's because we have this very open, completely candid, no holds bar way of reviewing movies. So that being said, please don't take offense if we are a little rough with your piece of work. Know that we've made virtually every mistake you have ever made. And if it ever feels like we are laughing at you, know that we also laugh at ourselves.
Cool.
That is it.
So before we start, I just want to make a little commitment.
All right.
Because Taylor brought it up. He said in the previous couple episodes, I have been a little too dark. So I'm going to try my best to brighten it up.
Brighten it up.
I have
Uplifting
these
thoughts.
A little more
I have
Marvel, less
these,
DC.
I have these terrible demons. I have these demons that I have to deal with.
Oh, we all understand.
So I'm going to try to bring out the brighter side in this episode, because apparently I'm too dark.
Yeah, it's like you have a low ISO or something.
Wait, do you mean the...
Yeah, the camera, the image was dark.
Oh,
Your camera was dark. You're dark.
I see.
And you're also very negative.
Okay.
So, yeah.
On with the show.
Okay. What do we got? What's next?
All right.
What is this?
Shoot. Sorry. I
Man,
thought
we're all out of whack. What the heck?
Okay. We are about to cover The Where What, written and directed and edited by Julian Bazzo. Viewers be aware that this is a series, or this is an episode within a series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're all standalone.
Yeah, it seems like they're all standalone. It's like sketch comedy.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
right.
which actually lends itself fine to a short film. That's
Kind
what
of
sketch comedy
discussion,
is.
yeah.
They're short films.
Right. So
Yep.
we're going to go ahead and watch this.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Link in the
Where?
link in the description.
You're trapped like a rat in a maze. Oh my god, it's a werewolf!
And we're back. Well, what do you guys think? Who starts?
I don't. You start.
I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was funny. Again, it's like we've talked about this a lot, where it's a funny idea and it hits its mark, but it just kind of lingers a little bit too long. It's even like the punchline was a really long punchline where it just kind of kept sticking with this same atmosphere, where the joke was it's this big monster worm thing, but it can't get him, and he can't escape. But and then they would cut to this wide shot where they would show that the worm is bouncing on the ground, not getting any closer to him. And it's really funny the first time they show it, and then they just kept it there. And then they would even cut back to the same shot. They cut back to the same shot a few times.
That part of the gag was too long.
Yeah.
I really liked that. That it was stayed there for just way too long.
Really?
Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah.
The too long was part of the gag.
Well, that was part of the gag, wasn't it?
I didn't think so.
No?
Because it stopped being funny.
Like, any minute now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get there.
Yeah. But to me, that was like, it just stopped being funny. And them acknowledging it seemed more like they didn't know what to do. Yeah.
So I thought they had too many gags. Like too many different ideas into one. Like they're all running away from something, and then one guy gets stuck behind a wall that he can easily just walk around.
Gag 1.
Gag 1. Gag 2. He's getting chased by this worm, and it's a giant worm, not like anything really crazy, but a worm.
Gag 2.
He looks back and like he's waiting for the worm to attack. And he's like, oh no, and his level keeps getting lower and lower and lower.
That's gag 3.
And then
gag 4 is that the worm thinks he's a snake.
The worm thinks he's a snake.
Yeah.
And then the worm actually blows fire.
Yeah.
And then
when he's a dragon.
And then he turns into when he's a butterfly / dragon. And then he's actually tiny. He's not actually big.
Another gag.
Yeah. Yeah. So there was a lot of things. Yeah, lots of little gags that I don't think connected at all. They were just all a bunch of different ideas.
I think you can do that so long as one tops the next. Like there's a sense of momentum in a short with comedy, where a strong comedy short and a strong horror short ends on the twist or the punchline.
Right.
The twist or the punchline is really the apex of the movie, and then you better end it quick or have something better in store.
Something better,
right?
Is a thing. Yeah.
And I kind of feel like the best gag in it was just the reveal that they're being chased by a worm, and from there it was just, it's funny.
Yeah,
I like this kind of humor a lot. I liked all the jokes throughout. I liked the
acting a lot.
I like the acting, and the sort of the stylization of it was funny.
Yeah.
It all lended itself well to the overall theme. My favorite was the line the guy at the end who said, "We're going to go throw rocks at the freeway."
Yeah, I love that line.
That was actually my favorite part of the whole thing.
Why?
It's just funny.
That was just a funny line
because it's so violent. It's like I was like, oh yeah, I want to go like. Yeah. It's like you want to go skip some rocks on the lake.
It's
like,
what 20-year-olds from Orangevale would say that wear propeller hats.
Yeah.
I see them at the liquor store. Just saw one.
Yeah. My favorite gag was the brick wall. Just this vertical brick wall that you could just walk around. And that, like, his friends, the way they were lined up, his friends just kept going on the opposite sides.
Right.
But he was trapped.
Well, and I liked his antics, too. Well, he's not really trying to get, he's just, oh, no.
Yeah.
Like, that was great. Yeah. I also really liked when the caterpillar turned out that he could blow fire. Yeah. I thought that was hilarious, but they just kept going after that. Yeah. And they stopped right there.
And the fire, was just annoying.
Yeah.
Like, it just annoyed him. He's like,
right. He's like, oh.
Yeah. Yeah. Decent graphics.
Yeah.
The fire looked good.
And the butterfly wings.
Yeah. Good acting, good graphics.
Yeah. And the costume was funny, too. And
good.
the dude, like we were saying, the performance, the dude in that costume was awesome.
Yeah. He was really good.
Yeah. Maybe I liked it more than I said. It was enjoyable. It was funny.
Yeah, it's a good short.
I mean, we all laughed.
Yeah.
While we were watching it, we're sitting there laughing at it.
Yeah, it's just that there's a few like things that I didn't like where it just kept it from being really, really good.
Yeah.
Which would be like lingering around on the jokes a little bit too long, and I couldn't escape the feeling that they didn't know where to go next, and I didn't like that the butterfly was small at the end. I felt like that just was random.
Yeah.
Because he was so established to be big, you know.
I feel like what you're calling like these shots that just lingered too long was them trying to tap into this whole what's often called the mumblecore movement in comedy, which really comes out of millennials' obsession with sarcasm, right? And you have that's where you have the guy just kind of going, okay, right? And like so much of modern comedy, at least of the last like decade, is made up of funny moments where the actor is literally just doing that. Like the punchline is oh yeah, okay, which is why we got this, the mumblecore title came from, right?
Yeah.
And it just felt like too much, just too much of that.
I don't like that style at all.
I don't know. I felt
wouldn't
like
call
it got old as soon as it was born.
I wouldn't call that specifically mumblecore, but I totally understand. what you're talking
Mumblecore, like the word millennials, is frequently redefined by many people.
about. Yeah.
How would
Well,
you define mumblecore?
Well, as what do you call it? Low production, indie, heavy dialogue. I think is what it is.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's what I've always known it as.
That's what yeah. But I totally know what you're talking about with this, the whole type of humor where we're the person in or acting is the audience, and he's like, oh, I see what you're doing and stuff, and he's pointing stuff out, and it feels less genuine and more not critical. What's the word? Is it critical?
Cynicism?
Yeah, cynical.
Yep.
Yeah, and yeah, I mean, to each his own kind of humor, but I think it still stands on the whole idea that the gag, the gag after the next gag should be stronger.
I like that he's wearing the
By the way,
pinwheel hat.
well executed night shoot.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
you got to give props. Whenever I see anyone pull it off, it's just not easy
right,
to do right.
right.
You know?
Yeah, it is tough.
I mean, amateurs shooting at night typically look like either A, everything is not lit well enough,
Right.
or everything looks like it's under a spotlight. You
Right.
know, like you're in a parking lot under a solitary lamp or something. And
Yeah,
I mean, this shot, the
Yeah.
lighting is a little
It's
overdramatic.
like stage lighting.
Yeah.
I do like. Yeah, I do. like that,
But it
yeah.
also feeds into the campiness of the
right
whole
to
thing.
the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a nice kind of place to be. It's a safe place to play when you're doing over the top comedy, kind of like when we did Kids from Planet Earth, this super zany kid show that we all worked on. You know, you kind of got permission to almost do anything
Right.
because it fit with the absurdity of the whole show.
Right. Right. Yeah. As long
And
as it's matching
this
the
kind of
aesthetic.
exists in that world too.
Super. Yeah.
There's actually very few like technical mistakes they could make that would derail this.
right. That's true.
Outside of like bad audio.
right.
I'm gonna point out a really unnecessarily small detail.
That's why we're here, guys.
That is a massive
We're here to nitpick.
pet peeve of mine.
Do it.
And it's so in this shot here where they're running. This all looks great right here. So right here,
You're talking about the color temperature.
no, not this, not the color temperature.
That was funny. I just realized that.
It's the shadows. Everyone has double shadows,
Oh.
like they're on a football field.
Because there's two moons.
Because
there's two moons,
yeah,
yeah.
because there's because of the way you lit it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I understand the reason for that because you gotta have light,
you do need some lights.
but it just looks not real.
See what you
instantly,
need. What you need is a soft sun.
Exactly.
You need a 50K
Yes.
in the sky, floating. That's just all you need.
Or just build a giant ceiling over your location.
Right.
Yes.
Put a silk over
exactly.
Yeah,
it. And then you can color correct it tonight.
That's all you gotta do.
Piece of cake.
Piece of cake.
should have been shot on film.
Shot on film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shoot on 35
Or
millimeters.
really, this isn't even real.
Super 70.
This isn't even a real film because it wasn't shot on.
Yeah, that's also true.
This is a short video roundup.
Yeah. Short video.
I'm actually not entirely sure how to avoid that problem given like everyone has limitations
Yeah.
and I can totally understand that. And
Maybe it just shouldn't be a pet peeve of yours.
but it is. It's a pet
Maybe
peeve.
you're the problem. Maybe that's it. Have you ever stopped and thought about that?
I love double shadows in unnatural places now.
It actually
It's stylistic.
Look,
Makes
one,
it surreal.
one shadow is cast by the moon, and the other shadow is cast by Mars.
Oh,
Mars was bright in the sky that day.
both shadows are cast by artificial lights placed
Yeah.
there by.
Okay,
the,
just because I have had success and catastrophic failure in night shoots, and outside night shooting, I would like to hear a bit more about your lighting setup and what kind of lights you decided to use. And I also want to know what camera you're using. Because
Really?
we're a little obsessed with low light sensitivity.
Sensitivity.
And
Sensibility.
it's something we talk about a lot, and I'm wondering if you are in a DSLR or Micro Four Thirds camera here. Oh, your audio is great, by the way.
Oh man,
We
Yeah,
tear
didn't-
we tear
even-
apart
yeah.
everyone for
Yeah.
bad audio.
that was great audio.
good job on the audio.
Yeah, I do want to know if you guys used a generator at all here,
Yeah.
because it did look like you had a couple powerful lights there.
Yeah,
Jenny.
that's interesting.
So yeah, tell us all about it. We'd love to hear how your shoot went and what some of your challenges were.
And thank you for the submission.
Yeah, great work. We'll
What's-
check out more of your episodes too.
What's next?
So we have an interesting one here. This is not a short. This is called Getting Out, which
It's a
is
vlog.
a vlog.
Which is a vlog.
We're experimenting a little bit.
Yes. And before all you vloggers rush to send us your episodes, the jury is still out on this. We have yet to decide if this works with our whole platform, but
Yeah,
we're
wheelhouse.
gonna try it today. Don't know if it's in our wheelhouse.
Because the thing is with vlogs is they vary in
it's not-
presentation.
It's not very clearly defined what a vlog is.
Because like if a vlog is documenting your life,
It could be a documentary.
then it could easily be a documentary. But if
Right.
it's like just talking straight to the camera and like, hey
So
guys, today we're going to
he's
do
like
this.
a travel vlogger.
So yeah, so he says,
But maybe before we say anything else, we should let our audience watch it. Link in the description.
"Are you telling me?"
Yeah, go click on it, D.
I
Watch
We
it.
already
I already
watched,
watched
it.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We actually all watched it at the same time
We did.
together.
I didn't see it.
He didn't see it.
Go into our theater.
Shoot.
Watch the
Okay, I'm going to watch it with the audience right
first
now.
10 seconds.
Go.
Following my longing for nature, I drove to northern Ontario. Those long streets through nothing but forest and lakes makes you realize how small you are as a human being. At the spot I decided to stay, I met a bunch of people, kindly welcoming me. Their magnanimity stuns me. I miss these moments.
What'd you think?
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm back.
So this
What
guy,
I thought is that is a really nice theater. Really comfortable.
I got it off Google Images. This guy Max M. Schneider, who has more subscribers than we do,
Way to go, Max.
he does cinematic travel diary. That's
Yes.
what it looks like, and
That is a good way to describe it.
yeah, it's very much.
I
Follow
mean,
the journey through
it
my
felt
lens.
too cinematic for me to call it a vlog. Like, I was like, nah, this doesn't feel very vloggy to me. It feels more like, really, it felt to me like we get a lot of short films that are essentially a poem. It's people sharing some kind of thought out concept that they're narrating,
Right.
and then they fill it with some sort of visual content to march along with it.
Right.
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 This felt very much in that vein, even though I don't doubt that it came about in a much more organic way.
Yeah, this
And by the way, Max, you're not fooling anyone. your opening shot and your closing shot were taken at the same time. When you were leaving, that wasn't you leaving. That was you turning around to get your tripod. Not buying it.
I absolutely love the shot choices and everything. I like how
that's beautiful.
Yeah,
it
how
really
it
is.
looks, quote, cinematic. I really do like that a lot. But it's really hard to judge something like this as a vlog itself, because vlogs have different intents, depending on what they are, depending on who's doing them for what reason. This seems to be just kind of almost a personal expressionist piece where he's just making it just for himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I think him calling it a diary instead of a vlog,
right,
it makes more sense.
Right.
A cinematic diary. His narration is very much grounded in his own psyche and emotions.
Because it's a written voiceover.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
It's not like, because there's the vlogs where like they talk just straight to the camera and they're like, "Hey guys, so today I went and did this, and you can follow me now," and then they go off.
Right. Yeah.
And that's I think that's
sponsored by Coors Light.
Yeah, I think like that's
Squarespace.
That's the kind of vlog we're wary of covering.
Right.
Yes.
But I think something like this is interesting because of how cinematic it is.
I mean, it's interesting.
Because then I do get like
Font
caught in
D
the
font.
That's great.
It's a good font.
Yeah.
I like it.
The
also,
difference.
that's a nice little rotoscoping action there.
This
opening shot looks.
He did a cool transition through the fire's flames later on.
Yeah.
I like that too.
This shot is it feels like it's like a narrative is about to start.
Yeah, because it's so perfectly balanced. Actually, it's a gorgeous shot.
Because something like this, it's like, I don't know, it's like there's no interviews for it to be a documentary, but it is.
It's not a documentary.
Well, it's not really
But
saying
what is
anything.
It? That
It's
so I
a
guess
personal,
so.
like,
but
a cinematic diary is what it is, where it's just him having a collection of shots that he likes over voiceover that he likes.
And not every piece we cover is going to neatly fit into a category.
Yeah.
And I think he's come up with a great title for what this is as a cinematic diary. And for our purposes, it's an expressionist film.
That's basically
Yeah.
basically what it is.
like that coarse light.
It's a non-narrative expressionist.
Yeah.
Not documentary, but non-narrative expression.
Yeah.
ad.
Yes,
Ad
that I don't know. Were you fishing for sponsors with that one? Because that was pretty pronounced.
It's funny. This reminds me a lot of what I do a lot with like execs. You remember that show?
Yeah.
What was that?
We
I
had
your camera.
we actually
Massive
have-
camera. You good?
It's good.
Okay.
we have we do have a vlog that will be coming out soon. But what I do a lot with them. That is
There, see, that was a cool transition.
What I do a lot with him is I edit to music, and it's something that I
Can you
really,
pause the
really-
screen here?
It's something that I really enjoy. So it's like the shot choices here that you're doing, I can see is just an extension of you, and the editing that I do to music is an extension of me. It's not really to prove anything. It's not to intend anything. It's just to put it out there.
Okay. So I want to show something here that to me is where I drew the line and decided, no, this is not a vlog. This is not a documentary. This is an expressionist piece, more akin to a tone poem than anything else. And it's this shot, next shot back, if you could just jog back to the van.
You have a mouse, man.
I don't have a mouse.
I'm holding
Taylor
it.
has a mouse.
I'm holding
Okay, and
it.
play forward. So cool transition, and then we have what is clearly a staged coming out of the van in the morning. That's right. So it's when we set up this shot of a vlog of a diary of him doing a fake coming out of the van in the morning to greet the day.
Yeah.
Now I'm trying to tell a specific story out of my mind. Even if he did that exact same thing 2 minutes ago, it's not documentary anymore. This is him trying to tell a specific story. His intent.
It's interesting.
It's recreation.
Your view on that's interesting because one of the most famous vloggers ever, Casey Neistat, does that in every vlog that he has. And most of his vlogs are him talking to the camera about whatever he's doing during the day, and every single time he has his camera on a gorilla pod somewhere, and he enters the shot with his bike or something like that, and comes to the camera and starts talking to it, or he's just doing something in the background. But it's obvious that he set up the shot, did something, and then went and got the camera later.
There's something a step different with this though.
Yeah.
Because this is actually acting.
Well, that's what he does.
Right.
Also.
Well, yeah. So I would draw the line there then, because that's not capturing anything.
No.
Anything that's legitimately real in a documentary sense.
And that I think we can get a little beyond that, because a lot of documentaries also do that kind of capture kind of thing, like Morgan Spurlock.
Many documentaries do recreation.
Right, and that's what I mean.
And I think recreation in a documentary is fine when the context is set properly.
Yeah.
Right? Usually in a documentary, you know that you're seeing a recreation.
Yeah. Well, I mean, sometimes, and I think it's depending on who your audience is, you know, because like a lot of things in Staircase, there was a Netflix series called Staircase that there was a lot of some recreation in there, but you would have to see it from a filmmaker's point of view. You couldn't look at it and be like, oh, that's a recreation. Not like this is an obvious one, but like.
And I don't like that in documentary.
Yeah, no, I don't either.
I find that very disingenuous.
I think that's a cinema verite thing. I think that's a taste thing.
Yeah.
You know, depending on your audience.
Right. Yeah, I don't say, and I'm not putting a value judgment on it. I'm just saying that that's what makes this to me.
Right.
A tone poem.
A tone poem. Yeah, I would agree.
A tone poem to capture his real experience that he had.
Yeah.
You know, to record it's his visual way of recording the experience he had.
Yeah,
and he did it, I'll say it again, beautifully.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a pretty movie.
It's a pretty time. Go ahead.
So I'm trying to think what I felt like when it was ending, like it was just starting.
Yeah.
Like it was just starting.
Maybe that's a good thing.
Yeah, maybe that is a good thing, but it didn't feel like a complete episode.
See, this for me doesn't capture me almost at all, but of course his subscribers speak. You know, there's obviously people that like this.
Yeah, no doubt. I think the reason it doesn't capture me so much, I mean, the visuals are interesting, but all it says is that I went to a place and I had a good time and I left.
Yeah.
And it's just not a story.
It's not something you want to spend your time
and
on.
that's like the problem with I don't know, including a vlog in a short film roundup potentially, is that you can't always expect a story to just pop out of what happened in your day. Maybe you can, I don't know, but yeah, there just wasn't a journey here. Maybe all the episodes together do that.
Maybe.
But this itself was clearly just a little piece.
Yeah. I'm not sure how I feel about diary pieces. And I'm not even sure what that means for vlogs in themselves, because like I've done a vlog before called Neresthetics, where I just did it was capturing my development of my video game. And that in itself was kind of like a diary. Like I wasn't telling a story at all. Like it's what do you do for vlogs? What is I guess what's criteria for it? I guess it can really just be anything.
It's just your daily life, or even like
shown through any kind of
weekly life. It's just a personal diary.
I think there's a whole nother set of rules that we're not the most qualified people to speak to.
Yeah, that's kind of how I'm feeling right now.
To what makes that. But from a short film and filmmaking perspective, I would say that like anything else, having chances for an audience to build empathy with you, the main character, is going to be key to having a successful piece of media.
Right, that's true.
It's interesting we're discussing this right now, and we're like just about to start.
We're just about to start doing this
like
very
vlog.
thing.
Our own vlog, yeah, right. We're copying you.
Yeah, we're gonna make it super cinematic.
It's going to look exactly like yours, actually.
I actually have a question for.
We've all made this film.
We've all made this film.
For Max.
Yeah, I've got a question for you, Max.
What kind of camera is it? No.
What is like your day-to-day here when you're doing something like this? Because I know that when I try to set up shots for vlog type of stuff like this, it gets kind of trying after a while.
Tedious.
Yeah, it gets a little tedious.
No, my
especially if you're outdoors like this.
Yeah, I have a good friend who sort of built his whole business model around posting daily vlogs, and his were highly produced, you know.
Right.
So hours and hours and hours every day, plus his whole life was carrying around a camera and looking for the next shot and setting up the next shot. Like it never stopped.
Now that is what's interesting to me, is like when you're setting up your shot after shot after shot, you're obviously not going to use every single shot. So you're spending most of your day looking for shots, and then the next half of your day editing them all together.
So are you honestly living the life you're supposedly documenting?
That's it.
Or right?
Gets a little meta right there.
Yes.
By the way, his wife basically said it's your vlog or me at a certain point.
Really?
And he gave it up because it took up more time than was worth it.
Casey did that a lot too. Casey Neistat did a lot of personal life versus his vlog life thing, because he was always having the video camera on him at all times. He even has like a signature look, as he's always wearing sunglasses, and he only started wearing sunglasses so that he could watch the LCD monitor as he's filming himself.
Yeah. So, you look like you're traveling all the time.
Yeah,
having a blast.
So
are you traveling all the time with a camera?
Yeah, I want to know if you're doing that.
Is it enjoyable?
Is it enjoyable? That's what I want to know. Is it enjoyable?
Yeah.
Do you have anything for him?
Same thing goes when you're doing sort of run and gun style documentary work too.
Right.
You know, I've done a road trip documentary before. It felt this very much the same way, where it was like, you never get a second to relax.
Yeah.
If you happen to not have the camera when that one interesting thing happened, then it sucks.
Also on that kind of, like, when you're doing a documentary, like your whole lifestyle then is about capturing.
Yeah.
So it's fine to stay in the background the whole time.
Yeah, except unless you're one of the subjects of the documentary as well.
Right. No, that's hard. Yeah.
Which is what a vlog is. It's also what this particular documentary was.
Yeah.
So, it's a challenge.
I don't really have anything to say.
Last question, Max. You've done several of these, many of them now. Why did you choose this one to submit to us?
Oh, that's a good question.
Do you feel it's your best work of your collection, or did you have any other reason? And that's it.
Thanks, Max. This is probably the last vlog that we'll do, because I don't think
I think our conversation
qualified.
put a nail into the whole vlog idea. You helped us decide not to cover vlogs. Yours was very nicely done.
It was
yeah,
nice.
not that it was bad.
No,
but,
it was great.
If you listened, you understand.
Yeah, it was good stuff.
If you listened.
Hopefully you watch us.
Oh yeah, hope your eyes were open too.
It's like, I'm just skipping around.
With my eyes shut.
Yeah, I was like,
Next.
Alrighty, so our next one is called Grandpa, I Have a Question, directed by Franco Lang. So link is in the description. Please watch it and come right back.
You just have to click on it, and then you can watch it. That's how it works.
Isn't it one step away from plastic? Honey, you really shouldn't be eating that. You really need to stick with your...
Hey, Scout. How you doing over here all by yourself, huh? You little crazy guy. You. Oh, what's this? Oh, I got your nose. I got your nose.
Hey, hold on. Do you know the thumb trick?
You mean this thumb trick? Whoa! Oh! Whoa! Oh! Oh!
Got your thumb.
Over it?
nope.
Yeah.
It's not like that.
Sometimes.
It's never like
We're
that.
back.
Maybe in. Oh, hi. Hello. Oh my goodness. Caught me off guard. Welcome back.
That's going to be weird.
It doesn't make any sense when they come back and say, "Oh, caught me off guard," because they didn't see what preceded this.
But what if you just started it like this? You say you're back, and I go,
Didn't see you there.
be like this.
Oh, hi. Didn't see you there.
Hello there. Okay, we're back.
We're back. Grandpa, I have a question. Kenny, what do you think?
I like this film because I feel like it executed the setup punchline very nicely.
Yeah.
It also had a shockingly good performance from that grandpa at the end.
From the grandpa,
Yeah, like he was so genuine that he felt like he had to have been an actor.
Right.
Like I was like, he's above this movie's pay grade.
Absolutely.
Like that's what it felt like. 'Cause,
Yeah.
I mean, most of the film feels very amateurishly executed, although proficient. Like okay, you know.
Right.
A couple shots were really weird, but the surrealness of that boy taking the thumb and running away and flushing it down the
amazing.
toilet was
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah.
It was already fantastic, and then the great punchline came after that. And this is what we keep going on all the time. If you're going to try to be funny in a short film, it's like you got to save the best for last.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
You can't just let it unwind for 3 minutes after you told your great joke.
Yeah.
Right.
So this executed that very well.
Very
Yeah.
well.
I actually loved this movie. Almost, I wouldn't say there's anything really that stuck out as me as not that great.
I mean, there's a few things. Like
Well-
in the end, it didn't matter how weird or surreal this sequence was
Yeah.
because it was in the grandpa's story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was weird and surreal and felt wrong at first. Like
That's why I
the
loved
casting and the way it was shot.
What you're saying surreal, I'm thinking is amateur.
Well, yeah. So some of it was like surreal by accident.
Right.
Okay. The people they the first time they cut to the shot of this kid is amazing. He did great. By the way.
I love.
He did really
this
good.
He did really
It's
good.
hard to get a kid.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't look into the camera.
Yeah.
No, he definitely looks like he's trying really hard not
Yeah.
to look in the camera.
Yeah. Yes, he is
Which
there.
kind of
for
adds
sure.
to it.
But like the people they cast it with, I don't know if they just cast it with friends, but they all felt like they were. It felt like they were all posing in roles that they do not actually live in.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah.
Like they did not look comfortable in their own skins, and they were all pretending to be someone they were not.
Yeah.
Which is the opposite of what you want an actor to do.
Yeah.
The weird aspect ratio. Just gonna
Yeah.
say that.
Yeah.
But then this shot, not yet.
This looks really old. Looks like it was shot on.
This was a
yeah.
weird shot too. It's really uncomfortable. D,
it's a
maybe you
tight
can explain
shot.
why, because it was so tight. Maybe.
It's a tight shot that's supposed to be a.
And like, do some set dressing. Take these fans out of there. That like,
Hold on.
that fan behind their head is so weird.
So this is what I want to talk about real quick, because this whole portion before him going to the kid, this whole portion is shot really, really weird.
Yeah, it
it's
was
super
cringeworthy
weird.
actually.
Yeah.
It was.
But
weird.
that's how good the execution of the joke was,
Right.
that it made us like forget and forgive.
Yeah.
Until now we're revisiting,
Now
and
that's
it's
yeah.
like, ugh.
And now that's something I want to go into, is that almost every film that we've covered has technical difficulty, right? Because it's low
Is that
budget,
a real
that's what
fire or a digital fire?
Looks like a real
it is.
fire.
Real fire.
Oof, production value.
But the
Bet it was hot in there.
the whole idea of having a story that then continues and just lets itself be doesn't always come through on other short films that we've noticed. Like what was that one, JA9 that we covered, that was super high production value, but very, very flat on the whole story. You know,
Is that the?
That's the robot or the alien
the kid
in the
talking
kid
to the
Spotify.
Oh yeah.
Spotify.
Spotify one. Ugh.
Yeah, it just goes to show you that the power of story is so much more important than
like
production.
Yeah.
You know, because this whole, like, this shot, okay, for example, is a terrible shot.
Terrible shot. It
But-
makes him. So it's funny because this shot makes this kid look like some kind of disproportioned dwarf. And then but his first shot, the first time they bring him in, they do an over the shoulder
Yeah.
towards the uncle.
Yeah.
Let's see if you can get to it.
That thumb
Just
effect.
that one.
this
good.
one.
Yeah.
When he came into that shot, he looks gigantic.
Yeah.
He looks like he's huge, right?
Yeah, can you let that play out?
You're talking about right here?
Yeah. Boom.
Yeah, he looks pretty huge right there. That eye line is weird.
That eye line is weird. And
So,
just set dressing.
Yeah, so
It looks like these people don't live in this house.
I wanted to talk about how this shot is super weird and super
so
stupid.
weird. The blue
but-
cup.
But it was like, yeah, the blue cup and everything. But I was so focused on what was happening
Me too.
that I did not care at all.
That kid was flushing that thing down.
Yeah.
I was just like,
Yeah, you
I was
heard-
delated.
He did this. You heard flush, and you
he's
were like,
clapping.
"Oh man!"
He's overjoyed.
And look how happy he
Yeah,
is.
Yeah.
Like,
See, how do you
that-
get a kid to act that happy?
This
You know how
is
hard
awesome.
it is to get a kid to do what you want them to freaking do on a
This-
camera? It's not easy.
This is directing at its like absolute finest. You know?
Whoa, that's high praise.
No,
from
no, no.
Devon.
It is, dude. Directing because like when you
Put,
can
put
go
that
through,
on your resume.
when you can go through a
Short film roundup called
go
me,
through a
director
terrible
at
shot.
finest.
when you go through a terrible shooting spree.
Oh
when,
God.
when you have terrible shots in your film.
Terrible shooting spree.
That looks great. That thumb.
Yeah, the missing thumb is very cool.
You have terrible shots in your film, and it doesn't matter in the end. That's how you know that the directing was amazing.
Love the grandpa.
You know?
Well, so what is directing?
Well, everything that pulled us into the film.
The acting.
It's not just the acting. It's the engagement. It's the delivery methods. You know, it's the actions. Like you'll notice that like things that we just don't usually see. Like when we cut to the shot of the bathroom, it's a reaction shot and then a flush. Right? We don't sit on his face for a long time. It's like less. It's almost a second long, right? It's just so we can go, okay, we got his reaction. What's he looking at? And then as soon as we cut, boom, there's a flush. It's not. He's not sitting there for a long time. There's no close-ups. There's no dolly shots. It's nothing like that. It's just
Pacing and execution.
yeah. It's exactly what it is. So like this person had an idea that was just
Love it.
perfectly
It's
done.
so amazing.
Like everything. There's no fat. That's
Yeah.
what it is. You know.
Yes,
Yeah,
that
that's
is
it,
exactly
yeah.
it.
Yep.
No.
You
fat.
know, it may not be the prettiest film, but it's lean,
And you know,
lean and mean.
Lean. And,
you know, and we can talk about intention and all that.
Yeah.
Whether or not this was intentionally shot to be kind of weird, or if it's just an
It was.
amateur
It was.
effort. Regardless of that, I really like the way this movie looks, and I like the opening scene and the weirdness of that.
But if there was more fat in it,
it
I
was
guarantee you
terrible.
it
Yeah,
would
Yeah.
be terrible.
absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm just saying that I like the aesthetics of it, and
Yeah.
I kind of like the shots that were bad or whatever.
And that's what's so cool about it, right? Is that you can get bad shots as long as you have an idea that's executed perfectly. you
Yeah.
know? And this is an idea that's executed pretty
How
much.
long was this?
perfectly.
2 minutes.
Yeah,
On the button.
like literally
Yeah,
2 minutes.
That is the, by the way, perfect length for a movie that is predicated on a joke.
Yeah.
Right? So all you short filmmakers who say, "Oh, I got this idea for a gimmick, and it should be a short film." If your gimmick is a joke, where there's a setup and a punchline, it better not be more than 2 minutes long. It really shouldn't.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Yeah. This was something I was really confused with when I was starting film school. Is I would see films like these that looked like this in film festivals, and I'm like, these look terrible.
It's like, how did this happen?
And everyone cheers afterwards. I'm like, why? And it's because I was so concentrated on the technicality that my mind just totally blew over the film itself.
Yeah,
the
it's like
story.
what matters.
Right.
What does he say at the end? You're just born messed up or something?
Yeah, it's amazing.
I don't know. what
You were
he
just
says.
born wrong.
Yeah,
Just
you're
born
just
wrong.
born wrong. She's good too.
How come I don't have a thumb?
Funny enough, it feels like this exterior stuff was shot at a higher quality.
Does it?
Yeah, like it looks.
Probably because it's
This is
natural
like,
light.
It's like super low
just-
bit rate, like really cheap camera from like the early 2000s.
It looks worse when they're inside.
Oh, you know what? Maybe this is DV. Bet you it's TV.
That's what it looks like.
It explained the aspect ratio.
Is there any interlacing issues going on? Nope.
The performances are so funny.
Got your thumb.
Then there's like a bunch of reverb there as he runs away.
Yeah. And like this thing.
It gets really sinister.
Yeah, it does.
He's like, oh no.
How do you think they did that?
I don't know. That looks so good.
That does look really good.
It
I'm
looks
wondering if that's
very
just his hand, honestly.
Weird.
I'm just wondering, like, if they made a film based on this guy's deformity. You know?
Oh, that would be.
Because it looks really good.
That would be awesome.
I
think in the
I'd feel really stupid if that's a book because we're like, wow, how did they do
It
that?
looks so good.
It just looks so good, and then it's like, well, you use what you got, you write what you know.
Yeah.
That's what makes a great amateur short film, right?
and why they didn't show the little girl and the old man's thumb being
Right.
gone.
Right. So,
But also,
there's question number 1.
I think there's a VFX credit at the end.
Is there?
Yeah, if I remember right. I don't know if I saw that or not.
Yeah, take us to the credits. Take us. Take us now.
Wait, I want to see this part too. Okay, so he's definitely hiding it. He's definitely just hiding his thumb. So maybe it was fake.
Go. Was it not?
Did you dream it?
I think I saw effects. I think I saw it. Director edit effects.
Okay, so the director.
Franco.
How'd you do it? How'd you do it?
How'd you do it?
It's never been done.
That's my favorite shot of the movie. Go back. That one. Yeah.
That made me like cringe.
It's so,
And he's
so
like
uncomfortable.
because
It's like, what's going on in this house? What are they doing?
It does, because the way that's framed looks like he's about to dominate her.
Yeah.
Like he's making his move, and she's like, "I'm not ready for this," right? Like she's got her arms up, like, "No," and he's like, "Yes," and then he's like, "Cereal."
What was the dialogue?
He was saying something about hydrogenated oils in cereal.
What the heck?
But like, it looks
So
like he's
just pontificating then, and
Yeah.
she's like, "Get away from me." That totally looks rapey.
It looks
Oh, yeah.
rapey. You're right. You're right.
I love it.
Was this meant to look rapey?
I doubt it.
This shot too, where they're just like watching
This
him.
was so weird.
Yeah.
Because also the doll they're dollying to the right or slider to the right, and there's no reason because we're not going towards anything. They're looking to the left and we're moving to the right.
Yeah.
And then we have a reveal instead of a cut. We have a reveal of the kid that we haven't
That's
seen
what
yet.
made him feel like a giant, because subconsciously
nowhere.
you're expecting, like your mind's saying like something's coming unknown,
Yeah.
right? And then this boy walks in and we're like, what is it about that boy? There's got to be something crazy about
Right.
that boy.
Well, obviously,
He almost looks like he's composited in right there.
with the
Isn't that
dolly
weird?
shot
It's
before,
a weird shot.
they're alluding to what they know, which is the reveal. They're
That's exactly
they're revealing the reveal.
Oh, Dark Daddy's not playing.
Oh, great.
Does that kid ever do anything else?
No, he's always on Grand Theft Auto 5.
Dark Daddy.
That's our pimp.
I think it's hilarious.
It is hilarious.
No,
It's
yeah,
a well done film.
You're totally right about the whole context thing because they have it in
Why
their
are
head.
they watching?
I just love the face. This woman here.
Where she's like,
Her,
yeah.
her like nod is-
Hydrogenated
Yes.
oils.
Hydrogenated oils.
This is full of hydrogenated oils. She's like, yes, yes.
What are they doing? I
Oh,
can't
wait,
get over
go back,
it.
go back, go back.
Go, D.
Go to the beginning there.
Do you feel like these people are sadistic?
Look at this. This is weird. Okay, so as soon as we open, so there's a whole. Okay,
Like,
you
that's
can
a
see,
weird opening shot.
You can see
also.
they're going to the left there.
Right.
Or they're sitting at the left, and there's a whole seat next to them.
Yes.
That's what I mean. It's like this weird spacing.
And I think what it was so that the camera
The scene blocking
could point. Yeah,
is strange.
it's very strange.
Like you do things like that to create a sense of dis-ease.
Yeah,
Right?
And I don't think that's what they were.
And
trying
I
to
know they weren't, but it put it in my mind, which
Yeah.
is why I'm expecting things like giant boys to come walking out of the hall, or for them to put on like animal masks and head to the basement or something, you know.
Well, maybe they were trying to create a sense of dis-ease because
I don't think they were.
Look,
because
he has
of-
a thumb.
because it becomes sinister.
you're right.
It
Well, I was
becomes very
thinking maybe it
sinister
was
once he
someone
runs
else's.
off.
Yeah, it does. But you could tell they did it on purpose.
Yeah,
You know, these ones you can't really tell.
yeah. You have to. There's.
I can't believe we've talked this much about this movie.
I love that we have.
This is my favorite film,
so
like
far,
of all time.
Yeah, actually, this,
Actually, like of all
Okay,
movies
so
there
Devon
are.
Keys has said this is directing at its finest, and Taylor Schofield has said favorite movie of all time. So there you go, Franco. Put that on your poster.
Genuinely, I did really like this movie.
I like it too.
liked it a
I did
lot.
too.
I like it too. Yeah.
I really want to know what this shot is.
I want to see you.
I don't think
want to
it's
see what you've
composited.
done lately. Have you made more films since
Yeah,
getting
I
a
wonder
new
how
camera?
old this is.
Because you're not still making movies with this camera.
Oh no, it is composited. Wait a second.
You can see it. He can see it.
I can see the pixels around the.
He's an effects whisperer.
Okay, maybe not. Maybe it's just artifacts.
It'd be really funny if he doesn't have a thumb and you go on for like a half hour, but like, look, here's the pixels.
You can't see anything.
He's like, guys, I just don't have a thumb.
I just don't have a thumb.
That's why I made this movie. Yeah.
Yeah, I got nothing else to say. How did you do that effect? Where's the thumb? Where's the thumb? Come on.
Hey, just fess up.
Just
What'd you do to the guy's
Where's
thumb?
the thumb?
Yeah.
Grandpa, where's your thumb? How'd you lose your thumb?
All right, I think we good.
Are we done here?
If you would like to submit your short film and you're watching this and you haven't yet, please do.
Do it. Everyone we've covered and torn apart so far, or heaped praise upon, has pretty much said they enjoyed the experience. We've had a couple ignore us flat out, so I don't know. Maybe they were offended. But pretty much outside of that, everyone has gotten back to us and said thank you so much for it. It's a great experience for us. We learn a lot by reviewing your films, and it's one of my favorite things we do every week here at Carmen Line Studios.
Yeah, absolutely.
Submit your film at r/Carmen Line Studios over at Reddit.
Until next time.
Was that light enough for you, Taylor? Am I still too dark?
It was pretty dark, honestly.
Yeah.
I didn't like it.
Until next time.
Until next time, I'm Kenny.
I'm D.
I'm Kenny.
You're not, though.
You're not.
He's lying.
He's-
And we will see you next time on Short Film Roundup. Not at the talkies.